He walked away. We let him. That cost us everything.
James Bond lives only in legend. Legends don't stay buried.
You're not MI6 anymore, James. You are a loaded gun with no safety.
Then don't stand in front of me.
That's not just satellite surveillance, Bond.
Good day, everyone, and welcome back to Stats In, the place where Hollywood mysteries get unpacked faster than a Marvel trailer leak. Now, let me hit you with something bold. What if I told you Henry Cavill's latest injury was not just a small hiccup, not just a routine production delay, but a moment that nearly derailed one of the most anticipated reboots of the decade, and maybe even threatened Cavill's entire action hero future? If that already has your eyebrows climbing higher than The Rock's signature pose, make sure you subscribe and tap that notification bell so you never miss another deep dive into the madness behind your favorite films. Alright, let us slice right into the Highlander chaos, because there is plenty to unpack, and only one rule. There can only be one dramatic Hollywood disaster at a time. We begin with Henry Cavill, the man who went from swinging swords in The Witcher to swinging barbels heavier than some people's cars. He is built like a tank, chiseled like a Greek statue, and somehow still charming enough to make a brick wall blush. But even superheroes have limits, and this time, that limit arrived during pre-production training for the long-awaited Highlander reboot. The injury was not publicly described in detail, but sources close to production confirmed it was serious enough to push filming into 2026, which in Hollywood terms is basically an eternity. Imagine you are seconds away from finishing a marathon and someone suddenly tells you the race has been extended an extra 20 kilometers. That is the kind of agony this delay brought fans. Now transition with me here, because when Henry Cavill gets injured, it is not just a poor bloke moment. No. It sends shockwaves through the entertainment world. Studios panic. Investors squint at spreadsheets. Directors start pacing with coffee cups that used to be full. And fans? Fans go straight to the comments section, typing things like, "Is Hollywood cursed this year?" or "Protect Henry Cavill at all costs." But this injury did more than stall production. It set off a chain reaction of speculation. And oh, did the rumors spread like wildfire. Let us move into that swirling rumor storm, shall we? Some insiders claim the stunt training for Highlander was intense even for Henry, which is wild considering this is the man who builds his own gaming PCs with bare hands like a medieval blacksmith forging a destiny. So if he struggled, you know the physical demands were no joke. The Highlander franchise has always been a ballet of blades, but this reboot aims to push the choreography into modern-day cinematic insanity. Think John Wick meets Braveheart with the energy of a lightning strike. But here's where things get spicy. The studio reportedly debated whether to dial down the stunt work after the injury, and that sparked debates about whether Cavill's iconic do-his-own stunt reputation is becoming more risk than reward. That is like telling a shark to stop swimming so aggressively. It is simply in his nature. Transition incoming, because this next part takes the drama meter up another notch. With production delayed, schedules collided in the most chaotic way imaginable. Actors had to reshuffle commitments. Crew members were told to stay ready but not too ready. The special effects team apparently had to halt pre-visualization work. And the most dramatic twist, a few crew members leaked that they were told to expect creative adjustments to certain action sequences, which in Hollywood language can mean anything from "we are tweaking the lighting" to "we are rewriting half the script because time is money and money is screaming." But here comes the real Hollywood twist. Even with the injury, even with the delays, even with the cascading scheduling messes, Henry Cavill has not backed down. In fact, he has doubled down. Reports say he is laser-focused, and when Cavill focuses, it is like watching someone load a cannon. He is determined to bring Highlander to life with the same obsessive detail he brought to The Witcher's sword work, Superman's physicality, and yes, even his immaculate mustache in Mission Impossible. And speaking of Superman, let us transition into the comparison that every fan loves to make. Cavill's exit from DC still stings for many fans, and Highlander has quietly become the project that could reshape his Hollywood trajectory. A career revival, a chance to reclaim the action hero throne, a moment to remind executives everywhere that replacing Henry Cavill is about as smart as replacing your car tires with jelly donuts. Ambitious, hilarious, and destined for chaos. So when the injury hit, the fear was not just the movie will be delayed. It was, will this derail the comeback Cavill truly deserves? The stakes are higher than simply shifting a filming schedule. The Highlander reboot is Cavill's chance to plant his sword back into cinematic history. Now let us shift gears again, because Highlander itself carries enormous expectations. This reboot is being handled with more secrecy than a government bunker. Casting changes have been quiet but significant. Fight choreographers have reportedly pushed for historically grounded brutality sprinkled with fantasy spectacle. The story is being modernized but not marvelized. And production insiders have said the set design plans are massive, atmospheric, and unlike anything Cavill has done before. So yes, the injury rattled the entire machine, but it did not break it. Instead, it forced the studio to do something Hollywood rarely does: slow down, adjust, recalibrate, and ensure Cavill returns at 100%. Because if there is one thing the world wants, perhaps needs, it is a Highlander film that lets Henry Cavill unleash that trademark blend of charm, grit, and sword-swinging excellence. And now, as recent updates suggest, Cavill is back on track. The production schedule has stabilized, and the anticipation is hotter than a summer footpath in Western Sydney. So what does all this mean? It means the injury shook the table, but it did not flip it. It means the Highlander reboot is alive, kicking, and preparing for something absolutely colossal. And above all, it means Henry Cavill, despite the setbacks, is ready to show Hollywood that he is far from finished. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again at StatsIn.
Cavill was born in Jersey, the largest and southernmost of the Channel Islands, which are dependent territories of the British Crown and are located off the coast of Normandy, France. He is the fourth of 5 sons of Marianne Cavill, née Dalglish, a secretary, and Colin Cavill, a stockbroker. The family lived in St. Helier, where Henry Cavill grew up playing computer games with his brothers. At age 13, he left Jersey to attend the Stowe School, a boarding school in Buckinghamshire.